Alrighty guys, welcome back. We are doing your semester test review. This video will cover multiplying the given matrix as well as finding the determinants and finding the inverse and solve using inverses, matrices, okay? Alright, let's do a little reminder to let you know that when you are multiplying, for example, say matrix A times matrix B, okay? Your dimension has to be such. For example, if A is a 3 by 2 and your B is a 2 by 3, the column and the row, the column of A and the row of B has to be the same, okay? If they are not the same, you cannot multiply them. So, for example, when you do multiply them, your new dimension will be a 3 by 3. Okay? So let's take a look. You got A and C. That's a 2 by 2 times a 2 by 2. Is this going to be possible? Absolutely. If they're going to be possible, then you can multiply them. Why? Because these two are exactly the same, and your new dimension will be a 2 by 2. Knowing that, let me show you how to multiply. Okay? All right. Get a sheet of paper. Because I don't have room. Your A, you have A is equal to negative 3, 4, 1/2, and negative 2. Your B is equal to 0, negative 5, 10, and negative 1. Okay? You want to multiply, and this is how you multiply. This is your new dimension. It's going to be a 2 by 2. So what you do is you take negative 3 times 0 plus 1/2 times negative 5. That's going to be your first entry. Okay, this one with this, and the second column with the second row. Next entry, negative 3 times 10 plus 1/2 times negative 1. And it just gets into a pattern. Next, 4 times 0 plus, which would be negative 2 times negative 5. Okay, or you can just write minus 2 times negative 5. Your next one will be 4 times 10 minus 2 times negative 1. Okay, and you pretty much just work all that out, and guess what you have? That is 0, half of negative 5 is negative 5 over 2. Negative 30, half of that is negative 30.5. I'm just going to do that in my head right now, which is negative 71.5, 71 over 2, okay? And here, that's a 0, so your second row, first column is going to be a 10, and that's 40 plus 2, so that comes out to be 42. And that's going to be your new dimension right there. Now, you can check your work on a calculator, okay? And I'll show you that in a little bit, but I want you to show you how to do it. All right. Now let's take a look at number 24. You got D and F. Do you see how these two are the same? So your new dimension here is going to be a 3 by 3. And you will see that when you work out the math. All right. Now let's look at, let me see, that's a 2 by 3. That'll work too. Let's look at this one here. Instead of GK, remember to change that to a GB. Okay? All right, next part, finding a determinant. The determinant is AD minus BC. Just want you guys to remember that is your determinant, okay? And that's how you find your determinant. Let's look at matrix A. Matrix A is negative 3, 1/2, 4, negative 2. To find your determinant, this is your A, this is your B, this is your C, this is your D, okay? So you are going to take negative 3 times negative 2 minus 4 times 1/2. So your determinant is 6 minus 2, which comes out to be 4, and that's your determinant. Now, you're going to use that determinant to try to find the inverse. And here is your inverse. Your inverse is basically this. You're going to switch your A and your D. So D comes up here, A goes here. and you're going to negate your B and your C, okay? So negative C, negative B. So therefore, you're going to take your determinant. Here's your inverse. Inverse is a to the negative 1. Take your determinant, which is 1 over 4. Switch your A and your C, so negative 2 goes here, negative 3 goes here. If this is a 4, this becomes a negative 4, and that becomes a negative 1/2. And you're going to multiply it like a scalar, all right? So first you have negative 2 over 4, negative 0.5 over 4, or you can say 1/4, times negative 1 over 2, negative, you're going to have 4 times negative 4, and then you're going to have 1/4 times negative 4, and then 1/4 times negative 3. And let's simplify. Negative 2 over 4 is the same thing as negative 1 over 2. This is the same thing as negative 1 over 8. This is the same as negative 1, and this is negative 3 over 4. And there you have your inverse, okay? I'm going to let you do part number 27 yourself. Number 30, you are to solve using matrices. First of all, you need to write this as a matrix. So how would you write that? So you would go 4, there's your x, 4 and 3, and your y is 7 and 5. This is called your matrix, your coefficient matrix, in case you wanted to know, okay? Times your variable matrix is equal to your constant matrix. So this is your variable matrix, and this is your constant matrix. All right? So first of all, to do all that, you're going to take your coefficient matrix, and you got to find your determinant. So how do you find your determinant? Well, you got 4, 3, 7, and 5. Why? Because you're going to use that, the inverse determinant, to try to solve. Don't you use inverse to solve for everything? What's the inverse of adding, subtracting? What's the inverse of multiplying, dividing? Same thing, all right? So you're going to take 4 times 5 minus 3 times 7, okay? So that'll give you 20 minus 21, so your determinant is negative 1. Now you're going to use that to try to find your inverse. So how do you find your inverse? Well, it's 1 over negative 1, which is negative 1. Switch your 4 and your 5. 5 goes here, 4 goes here. Negate negative 3 and negative 7, okay? This right here is the same thing as negative 1. So your inverse, we'll call it A, is negative 5, 7, 3, negative 4, because you're multiplying it times all negative 1. So what you're going to do is, you have all of this. Let me rewrite it. 4, 3, 7, and 5. And then you have your x and your y equal, leave a space here, that's your inverse, times 10, your constant, okay? You're going to use your inverse matrix right here. And you're going to put it right here. Let me change colors real quick. And that's negative 5, 3, 7, negative 4. You're going to multiply times your inverse. What you do to one side, you do it to the other side, okay? Guess what happens? Those guys cancels out. And guess what do you have? Your x and your y, okay? And you're going to finish it. Well, how are you going to finish it? Like you've done your math forever, all right? So you're going to take negative 5 times 10 plus 7 times 9. First entry. Second entry, okay? Negative 7. I just went blank. Yeah, 7 times 9. Now you're going to take 7 times 10 plus negative 4 times 9. And I'm out of room. My apologies. Then you take 3 times 10 plus negative 4 times 9, and then you'll have 7 times 10 minus 4 times 9. And you can do all that math and then you'll see how x and y is going to equal, okay? So let's do this part real quick. So you got negative 50 plus 63 comes out to be 13. All right. Next one, 70 minus 36 comes out to be 34. I should not have two numbers. Something's not right. Let me see. This is a 2 by 2 and this is a 2 by 1. Ta-da! This is where I messed up. I'm so sorry. Let me fix this real quick. Okay. Everything is correct up there. I just multiplied wrong. Here we go. All right. So negative 5 times 10, okay, plus 7 times 9. There we go. It should be a 2 by 1. That's why. And then 3 times 10, because I did it twice, minus 4 times 9. There you go. So now you have x and y, okay? Let's do the math. So negative 50 plus 63 is 13, okay? 30 minus 36 is negative 6. And there you go. So x is 13 and y is negative 6. And there you have your solution. Thank you, and thanks for letting me make